Hello there, everybody, and welcome! My name is Vanilla, the Posh Cat, and today we shall be reading. Sounds quite fancy if I may say so myself. Let us continue, shall we? Today's special is a fantastic Amazon bestseller. It's called Taken by the T-Rex, which is utterly fantastic if I may say so myself. The author is Christy Sims and Alara Branwin. It has 4.5 stars, 190,000 customer reviews, and everybody loves it, except for that one star guy. Just what a hipster he was, if I may say so myself. Let us continue, shall we? I really hope to entice you to actually make a legitimate purchase of this game, for I shall be doing it very so, and I probably will read it to you as well. This book looks utterly fantastic, and I'm so excited to start reading. Let us continue, shall we? Okay. Taken by the T-Rex, Christy Sims and Alara Branwin. Copyright 2013. All rights reserved. Fantastic. I hope to do no harm in the reading of this beautiful dinosaur erotica book. Let us continue. Smashed bodies and pieces of Smashed bodies and pieces of bodies littered the valley floor as the small band of hunters looked down on the devastation which the big lizard had wrought. Most of the bodies which lay scattered throughout the village had been partially eaten, huge bite marks severing limbs or heads. The young women had 22 summers in this small village, and now it was gone. The big lizard had stamped through the huts, destroying homes and killing at random. A few of the villagers who had escaped the big lizard must have spotted the hunting party and returned to the smashed homes from which they had fled. The small hunting party made their way down the valley sides to the devastated village, and Drin looked around her with tears in her eyes. The big lizard had entered from the same direction as the big light rises in the sky, kicking the houses apart like birds' nests and snapping its great jaws shut on the defenseless people inside. It looked as if the beast had made for the next small group of huts, where it had just killed the old women inside. Good God, man. Snapping them in half and allowing the pieces to fall and become tangled with the building from which it had taken them. Drin screamed her anguish as her eyes fell upon the smashed body of her mother. Her legs had been savagely bitten off and eaten, oh my God, allowing blood to splash across the crushed walls of her home. One of her mother's hands had been bitten off and was completely gone. Drin wept as she rocked the ruined body back and forth, making a small keening sound in the back of her throat. Some of the men who hunted with her had found the remains of their own families, and were weeping openly. Grull could find nothing of his woman apart from a severed foot which he carried around the remains of his home, bellowing at the sky. The floor was slick with blood and scattered loops of purple and red in it from a pair of severed legs without a torso had tripped several people as they walked amongst the destruction. A finger, a hand, a head, some hair. Drin found numerous pieces of people she had known as she walked around as if in a trance. "What are we going to do?" Drin demanded of Grull as she reached the man's smashed home. He offered the foot he carried and looked blankly back at her with tears streaming down his face. "What are we going to do?" Drin repeated, pushing the foot away, as no coherent response was forthcoming. She moved off and looked for someone else to ask. Yes, seems ingenious. So apart from the story, from what it seems as though a terrible T-Rex has just trampled a village and quite possibly killed everybody in the village, which is terrible. I must say so myself. This is definitely not erotic in any way, shape, or form. Unless you are a necrophiliac, in which, good God, man. Good God. Nothing against that, clearly. Let us continue, shall we? Drin, Grohl, and the few remaining villages had finally built a massive fire and gathered around it, their senses dulled by the day's event and large quantities of srad, whatever that may be. Okay, it says right here. Srad was a fruit with mildly narcotic properties. Tonight, the villagers ingested large quantities of it in order to feel the narcotic effects. Fantastic. So basically, the moral of the story here is, if you have just seen a lot of people die, you want to get high, and that's a good answer, if I may say so myself. It's a very good answer, and I would not go any other way. Seems like the right route to approach it. Drin lay near the fire, watching the light from the flames dance across her skin, making patterns of shadow and light which her drugged senses made into animals she knew. Ooh. Oh my word, sounds sexy. In her mind, Drin saw herself running across the plain, chasing one of the small lizards who the village relied upon for food. Grohl and the two others, Vam and Triss, had managed to chase one away from its pack, and now she was on its trail. She held her rock-tipped long stick loosely in her hands as she trotted after the green-skinned animal. Her other hand gripped the handle of her valuable cutter tightly so she would not drop it. The cutter was basically a hand axe with a handle as long as her forearm and a stone axe head. Hard to make and harder to replace. Drin knew the exact spot she had to hit with the long stick in order to bring the creature down. When the lizard sprung up to clear a fallen log, she launched the spear into the soft flesh of its belly, just forward of the leg. Well then, that was utterly beautiful. This work of art, if I may say so myself, is just, oh my word, it's fantastic. It utterly is. It is really just a quality piece of work. It deserves the rating it should get, and it seems as though if you buy it at the Kindle price of $2.99, you will get 17 amazing pages worth of reading, which is the length of a children's book. That being said, let us read some of the reviews, shall we say it? Here we are. This is from Hermaphrodon. The review is from Taken by the T-Rex. It is very uncommon to find accurate depictions of dinosaur of woman's sex. If, like me, you have found it increasingly difficult to satisfy your need to recount old times, then this literary masterpiece is for you. No other author has truly been able to both arouse and entice my intense desire to mate with a T-Rex as accurately and successfully as Christy Sims. I would not be surprised if this book outsells the Bible and brings about a new age of literary enlightenment. Oh my god. Oh jeez. That's just brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh my god. That's fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Let us look for another review. Okay, here's a fantastic one. Don't worry, it's not bestiality, because she's a dinosaur too. At the end of the book, you learn she's a megasaur ass. Fantastic, fantastic. The Best 17 Pages of My Life by Pam van Heilkamer Vlieg. She might be Norwegian. If we don't. Fancy that. Really? $2.99 for 17 pages. This is a steal. Before reading Taken by the T-Rex, I never knew that a person could write giant lizard, not ironically, at least 30 times in 17 pages. This isn't your mother's beast porn. Not that my mother reads beast porn, mind you. In fact, she was clutching her pearls when I told her about Taken by the T-Rex. What I loved most about the story, besides the beast sex and the grammar, was the strong female heroine. She was second only to one man in hunters in her tribe. Yes. Let's not forget, though, that the dinosaur, in parentheses, who is adolescent, by the way, baby beast porn for the win, killed over half her clan. You thought the clan of the cave bear, which was Earth Children's Book 1, was hot? You were wrong. You haven't seen hot until a baby dinosaur with a 2-foot penis oozes pints of liquid all over the strong hunter heroine. I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but number one hunting dude gets eaten, but our heroine doesn't care because she's just had her first orgasm and needs a half-day rest. Do not miss this hot title. And that, friends, was Taken by the T-Rex, classified as Dinosaur Erotica. I do bid you all farewell, and have a good day.
Ready to squeeze it.